WAAY 31 First News at 11 in high definition.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for WAAY 31 First News at 11. I'm Meredith Wood. We're going to check in with meteorologist Mary Perry on this Tuesday morning, and the change has rolled in and it's only going to get worse from here on out for the next few days.
That's right. We are out with the warm and in with the cold today, so I warned everyone yesterday.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We did enjoy it. We just wish there was more of it.
I know. I think everybody's a little itching for spring just because of the season we've had so far. Yeah, it's certainly going to get cold today, but the big factor today is going to be the wind chill, despite the fact that we are getting reports of a few flurries out there. Nothing is going to stick. The ground temperature is just far too warm. What we've got going on in your weather headlines is a tale of two fronts, okay? I'm going to make it as simple as I can. A cold front is moving through as we speak, and the cold and the wind is going to be the factor today. As sunshine returns tomorrow, it's still going to be chilly, and then we'll have a stronger cold front Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and that's going to bring about the coldest temperatures on your 7-day forecast, which we'll look at in just a few minutes. For now, we are under a wind advisory. Just basically means we've got sustained winds out of the north between 15, 25 miles per hour, and then, of course, gusting to 35 at times. Higher elevations, of course, 40 miles per hour at more at times. So this is going to certainly impact how it feels outside. We'll take a look at radar and wind chill coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. I guess we'll just have to deal with it.
You will. We all do.
All right. Thanks, Mary. We'll check back in. Huntsville police are investigating a fatal shooting that left one dead and another in serious condition. Police were called to the 4500 block of Patton Road around 8:30 last night. They say one man died from a gunshot wound. Another person went to the hospital and had to have surgery due to stab wounds. Police are working to see if the two incidents are related to the same person. So far, no one has been arrested. Another fatal shooting. 17-year-old Kedrick Bowman was killed yesterday morning. Decatur police say his stepmother had a pistol in her hand and she went to hug him. It discharged, hitting Kedrick in the head. He was a football player at Decatur High School. WAAY 31's Kaylee Lanford has more from the high school.
A man like him makes you want to get up and come to work every day.
Decatur High School faculty and staff are reeling after the loss of one of their students.
If you were in your office and he walked by, he would tell you good night, or he'd stick his head in there and speak to you. Just that kind of young man that you really cherish having in your program.
Bowman died Monday after police say he was shot in the back of the head in his home by a family member.
It's shocking, and you never get used to ever hearing of one of your students or any young person losing their life, and you know, we all feel the same way. It's just it's deeply saddening for me as principal at Decatur High School, because I know how it's going to affect the kids. I know how it affects me, and it's just you know, it's something you can never prepare yourself for.
Kedrick Bowman was a junior at Decatur High School and a member of the football team. Students were not in school Monday, but coaches called the football team to the field house to talk to them about what happened.
As sad as it is, you know, I'm very grateful that I'm in a position to stand in front of them and say, you know, guys, these are things that happen. Bad things do happen to good people, and this is life. And we don't have answers for it.
When students return to school Tuesday morning, counselors will be on hand to help all who knew and loved Bowman work through their grief.
Well, it's very important. Tomorrow you'll have a whole range of feelings. You'll have students who remember fun times and laugh. You'll have students who remember and feel the pain and cry. And really, it's an educational opportunity for us to let students know that all those emotions are okay.
Kaylee Lanford, WAAY 31 First News.
The shooting was an accident and no charges have been filed. The man accused of killing 6 people, including an unborn baby, will be sentenced today in Lincoln County, Tennessee. A jury found Zachawanda Moss guilty of 6 counts of first-degree murder. Police found the victims' bodies at different locations in Tennessee and Alabama back in October 2012. Henry Burrell is also charged with the murders and will be tried this year. We'll bring you the latest tonight on WAAY 31 First News. A Colbert County woman facing multiple animal cruelty charges will appear in court today. 53-year-old Deborah Catledge is charged with 15 counts of misdemeanor animal cruelty after 4 dogs were found dead inside of her home. The sheriff's office rescued 122 dogs, mostly Yorkies and Pomeranians, from the home last month. Catledge is also facing charges for possession of illegal moonshine in a barn. A settlement has been reached in a civil suit involving 2 wrecks in Huntsville last year that killed a 10-year-old and injured 8 other people. The family of that little girl, Jaden Coppins, sued the driver, 18-year-old Gunnar Scarano, who police say caused the wreck. The Coppins say Scarano's family knew he had a serious diabetic condition, which made him a risk behind the wheel. They sued for insurance costs and medical bills. The Scaranos agreed to pay those costs in the settlement.
They're all recovering nicely, the ones that survived. And they want it expressed that they're not after the Scaranos' personal money. They didn't start the police investigation. They've suffered a terrible tragedy and loss. They've handled it, from my viewpoint, incredibly well.
A grand jury decided not to charge Scarano with any criminal charges. Sinyard says there have been questions about the device that provided his insulin, and they're looking into that. There's a public hearing today on a Republican bill to shorten the appeals process for death row inmates. It's being held by the House and Senate Judiciary Committees in Montgomery. Supporters say it's not fair to victims' families to stretch out the process, and they hope to combine some appeals. Opponents say lumping those appeals together could result in the death of innocent people. Chickens are back on the table in Huntsville. Today is the final town hall meeting on a proposed chicken ordinance. It would allow up to 3 hens in backyards for producing eggs. Roosters, though, would not be allowed. The town hall meeting is at 7 o'clock tonight at the Huntsville Public Library. Councilman Bill Kling says the ordinance could be introduced at City Council meeting 2 weeks from now. Coming up on WAAY 31 First News at 11.
I'm Erin Dacey. A new therapy offering hope for cancer patients who had none.
Also, it's a popular candy that's been around for years. Find out what kids across the nation are doing with the candy Smarties. And meteorologist Mary Perry is going to take a look at the forecast when we come back. Stay with us.